What's up, guys? This is Raz, and welcome to another video. Today I've got a Crobat team for you. I've been liking Crobat for a couple seasons now. You see them a little bit more frequently in Ultra Premier Classic. It is a great counter to fighters like the Surf Edge you see here. And it also, with that poison typing, it's going to triple resist fighting. And it's going to just hardball Venusaur if you're seeing a lot of Venusaur. It is pretty neutral against Swampert, but at least with that flying type, you're going to resist the Mudshot damage. And right now, I'm going against Soft Roger, an opponent I play quite frequently. Seem like we're normally around the same elo. Good lead, good safe swap. But as you're going to see here, Roger with a really smart ABB team. And he lured out my fighting counter. And now, Toxicroak is about to sweep my entire team. So yeah, double fighter. Toxicroak definitely tough for this team if you can't align the Crobat with it. So that is definitely, in the first game here, a weakness. Toxicroak for sure. All teams, I think, have one Pokemon, at least, that's kind of a core breaker. And for this team, Toxicroak is one of those, if you see it in the lead. Escavalier as well would be tough, but I actually don't mind the Empoleon Escavalier matchup because the waterfalls do chunk, and the Escavalier actually has to throw the second drill run, otherwise you're going to get to a second Hydro Cannon after shielding once. So unfortunately, the Gliscor was still alive, had a little bit of health, and we simul KO there on the Tox. So we drop game one. Going up against the 6'4 Ninja here, a terrific battler and streamer. I think has been killing it in Silph Factions as well. Has been just racking up win after win. We correctly shield the superpower, which is nice. In comes Gyarados. I'm going to chip it with Drill Peck, make it a little bit more manageable. I actually get the shield. So I decide I'm going to just stay in here. I'm going to eat this move. This could be a crunch, I believe. It is. Gonna get off this Drill Peck. He sneaks in again. Just want to chip this thing down, make it more manageable. And because he let it go, we're going to jab down here with Muck. This is probably just an Aqua Tail, so I'm gonna let it go. As we know, Aqua Tail not the most devastating move. Muck able to jab down. And what is going to come in against us? It is Blaziken. Wow. So, very cool team. Shadow Dragon Tail, Gary, and then Blaziken. He's still switch locked for a bit. So I actually go for the Dark Pulse here. Since I know if I just spray, he can switch out. But I Dark Pulse. He's been debuffed. It takes him out. I get out of there into Crobat. Just don't want to give a little bit less farm to the Snorlax. And we're looking to be in a pretty good situation here because we can get off this debuff move. And we still have one shield, I believe. So we can shield the next Body Slam. These Air Slashes are going to start to chunk away. He made a smart play by letting the first one go, because you kind of have to do that. Otherwise, this one would have done more damage and KO'd. I sneak in the Air Slash, so I decided to shield because of that, just for a little bit of damage. And bye-bye, Snorlax. GG's, the 6'4 Ninja. You guys, I highly recommend it. Go check out his Twitch stream. One of the most calm, cool, collected battlers. I have never in my life seen him get tilted at the game, even when he lags and stuff. Empoleon versus Caesar. Pretty good matchup for Empoleon here. I'm going to double resist these bullet punches. And then the Night Slash, it chunks, but doesn't do that much. Gonna get off a Hydro Cannon here before the next Night Slash. I grab a shield, and I don't really even need to shield this one, but I know he is gonna get to a third because he denied me twice. So that's why I don't throw my move, because I know he'll get there first. Then I can shield. In comes a Haunch Crow. You don't see Haunch Crow too often. I'm going to try and soften it here. I get the last shield. I come in Muck. And I'm like, oh man, is he going straight for a Brave Bird here? I gotta respect it. And fortunately it was the Brave Bird, so he successfully shielded it. I think I could have overfarmed there by at least 2 more jabs, but just playing it safe, getting rid of it. What is going to come in? Charizard, okay. So he should be in a decent spot. We get off the Dark Pulse here. Charizard's going to have to expend a lot of energy to take out our Muck. And by that point, Crobat should be able to just close things out. Blast Burn might not even KO from here. It does not. Aggressive swap. And the bat is saying it's my time to shine. Takes out Scizor and Charizard for the win. Look at that. Closing in on 3,000 wins in the Ultra League, maybe? Is that what that is? Tough lead here against the Poliwrath. But as soon as this happens, right? As soon as this happens, WinCon spotted. I need to take back Switch here. I threw right before the third Incinerate finished. So I know he's only 1 Incinerate away from his second Blast Burn here. So I go 1, 2, I throw it right away. And this way I either take it out or I get a shield back. I take it out. What's going to come in? Probably the Poly, yeah, makes sense. I gotta just let this go. If it's a Dynamic Punch, I won't live it. I do live it. Okay, Muck, you bulky little blob, you. I've always been a Muck fan, even in like the anime. Muck's a good dude. Okay, they swap in their Kanto Muck. You know what? I have seen a ton of Kanto Mucks recently. I don't know what's up with that, but I have seen like every set 1 or 2 Kanto Mucks. I've seen a ton of them. I don't know who made the video, but they've been everywhere. And at this point, I'm like, oh man, okay, where do I want to expend this shield? I'm thinking I can live this Thunder Punch and still get to the Hydro Cannon, so that's why I elect to no shield. I'm going to save my shield for Crobat. My opponent expends their last shield here. And now I'm trying to debate what does more, an Ice Punch or a Thunder Punch? And, you know, probably the Thunder Punch does more in hindsight. Probably the Thunder Punch does more in hindsight. And now I need to basically Poison Fang, farm down, come out with a Poison Fang for the Muck. Or maybe even a Shadow Ball for the Muck. Because I'm not sure it's in Poison Fang range. I need to hang on here to this Ice Punch. Come on, Crobat. Boom. Look at that. Crobat hangs on. Have the Shadow Ball loaded perfectly. It just wound up with the perfect amount of health left. The perfect amount of energy to close it out there in the end game. So a nice battle there for sure. And how about Crobat? Even with my Hundo IVs, not the best PvP IVs, Crobat's still able to hang on and get the dub. Let's see if we can fast forward here a bit to our next battle. All right. Going up against Gaines Small. Terrific lead. Let's see if we can take advantage. They swapped in Lapras, which is not great against Empoleon, but it's definitely a lot closer than Charizard would be. So I'm able to sneak in a Waterfall there, and notice I made sure to get that first Hydro Cannon off before the Skull Bash. Now I'm gonna swap in Muck. And because of that defense buff, I know a Dark Pulse probably doesn't quite KO from here, so that's why I'm just kind of over farming. I shield the first one to respect a bash, and now he'll surf me here. In comes the Charizard. I go straight for the Dark Pulse rather than baiting, and I land it. I just go straight for another. Maybe he thinks this is for sure an Acid Spray. It's definitely a bait. He shielded. And here, this... oh, shoot. If I track back a little, this was a perfect opportunity because he was switch locked and I wasn't. This was a perfect opportunity here to catch this Dragon Claw. Oh my gosh. This would have been so good to catch this Dragon Claw instead of CMPing, because I would have been able to bank that spray. And you'll see why that would have been helpful. And to my surprise, I actually didn't realize that Charizard had enough energy for the back-to-back. So just a couple of pretty big misplays there. The first one, not necessarily a misplay, just a potential play I could have made that would have been even better. And then the second one, a for sure misplay. Not realizing the Charizard had enough energy for back-to-back Dragon Claw and back-to-back Dragon Claw and Blast Burn. Now we're in here against Polymeister. I let the first one go. I'm gonna have to shield one eventually, right? But I gauge how much damage it does. And I sneak in the Air Slash. You know what I should have done here? I should have tried to go for the denial. Not sure it would have mattered. Yeah, it would have. I had to play out the win con here, so if you're not sure what I'm talking about, he lands the punch, right? I get a sneak in here. I should have clicked to my Fang right away, right here. Click the Fang right away, because if I get the denial, if he doesn't get a Mud Shot through, my next Air Slash would have KO'd. If I throw the Poison Fang and he sneaks a Mud Shot through, which happens quite frequently, he wins anyway. But I should have at least played out my win condition and given myself a chance there. But you live and you learn. Poke Hunter, rocking the sweater. Emp versus Crobat, solid lead. In comes Escav. So this is great that we can align our Crobat with it. This is where we kind of need to see Escav with this team. Take the Drill Run. Drill Run only single resisted because of Crobat's poison typing. Gonna take another Drill Run here. Over farming as much as I can before the third Drill Run comes in. Going for the Shadow Ball here. And I actually get a shield, which kind of surprised me. So now I'm willing to commit a shield since I already got a shield from him. Probably could have done one more Air Slash there, but I was just playing a little bit safe. Opposing Crobat comes back, and look at this. Our Crobat lives to get to a Shadow Ball, but I'm a little bit scared that there's a fighter in back, which would put us in a bad spot. And it's a Poly, but luckily we have Jab on Muck. And it's not like a Toxicroak again that would have resisted our jabs. I shield the Scald. He sneaks in a Mud Shot. I just got to get this thing low enough to the point where it doesn't get to a move against our Emp. He gets the denial. So this is going to be kind of close since he got the sneak and the deny. Just going straight for spray. I did build up to the Dark Pulse, so he might shield this. Yeah, and now he's so low. He actually does a smart play there. He actually banked the Dynamic Punch. But I made sure that instead of throwing my energy on Bat, I decided to store my energy and then farm down with Emp. And this way I come out with a move and able to take out the Poly. And there you go, 3,000 wins in Ultra. I think that's what that is. Cool little milestone. Zygomatic, the next opponent. I think he's normally a leaderboarder. Heracross, tough lead for this team. Go straight into Amok. Jabs are still going to hit for neutral. I'm going for the spray right away. Get sprayed. Fast moves. So skillful. And I'm thinking about, do I want to respect like a close combat here? Just the Rock Blast. Unfortunate shield. Didn't really need to shield that. In comes the bat now. So this is like a pretty even matchup, right? Because he's resisting our fast moves and we're resisting his charge moves. So I'm thinking maybe I can bank a move here and come in with Emp. So now I have that move stored with my Amok. Gonna take this. Even if it's a Shadow Ball, I can tank it. Non-stab Shadow Ball. Does the Heracross come back? It does. I get off my Drill Peck, which will almost certainly force a shield here. And the Hera's going to have to throw energy. But he doesn't, so he actually simul KOs. And now I'm like, oh snap. How do I win this? This dang Wall Rain. I decide to spray with my Muck right away to double debuff him. But now he's got an energy lead, and the shadow damage is just going to be too oppressive for our Crobat. CMP there. And I know he's going to get to 2, so like I'm even debating whether I want to shield or not. Crobat has to live this and get to a Fang for us to win. Come on, Crobat. No, the shadow damage just does too much. And the Wall Rain is able to sweep our Crobat and our Muck that had very little health. So Wall Rain, he's a beast. And I might have a Wall Rain video myself coming later. Okay, Electivire, tough lead. Since this beats both Empoleon and Crobat. But we're just going to stay in because Empoleon can at least hit for neutral damage here. Versus Crobat would be... the air slashes would be resisted. It'd be a lot tougher. So I am willing to shield here. It is the wild charge, which is good for us. I sneak in a waterfall there, which is really nice because now this kind of is going to force the Electivire to get out of here. And we are able to go into Crobat. I decide I'm just going to try and farm this all the way down. I know Crobat's tanky enough to survive the rock side. It's actually a payback, which I'm not sure. I mean, it did so much damage. It's such a hard-hitting move. I don't know if Payback would do more or less than Rock Slide in that situation. Probably about the same, I'd imagine. Going straight for Fang here. He doesn't shield, and I think the Thunder Shocks would have taken me out before the Air Slashes, so I have to go for another Fang. Would have been nice to just Shadow Ball that first time. In comes Zard, and I'm like, okay. We should be okay here. Because our waterfalls are really going to chunk. And he goes straight for a Claw, which is a bit of a misplay because this isn't even going to KO me. And now I can just go into my Jab Muck, and he'll be forced to Blast Burn. I just get off a spray because why not? This will make sure that only one waterfall KOs if this Blast Burn takes me out. But as you see the Blast Burn, I barely hang on with Muck. And Muck is able to seal the deal. Good job, Mr. Muck. Proud of you, brother. And we're searching for our next opponent. Who's the next victim? Just kidding. You know, I was talking with some of my buddies the other day, well, just last night, that I feel like in Pokemon Go PvP, the competition has gotten so stiff. Like, there used to be kind of a select group of like the best of the best. I feel like there's so many good battlers, so many people have improved, that once you get to like over 3,100 elo or so, 3,200 elo, like everyone is so good for the most part. That there's just a lot of battlers that have a high understanding of the game mechanics. Not a whole lot of easy wins per se. Oh no. What happened there? Oh, you know what I think happened? I think I got a phone call. I think I got an important phone call in that one. And I had to take the phone call. I think that's what happened. One battle left. Who's our last opponent? Not sure how to pronounce that. Okay, another Poly. Go into Amok. Oh, they swap an Escav. This is not what we want to see, but we're going to go with the flow. We're not going to call it quits just yet. We land the Pulse, which is nice. I'm debating whether I want to shield this. Since I'm only one away from Pulse, and I should get to this before his next drill run. So this way I'm at least going to force a shield. Not sure how much good that really did for me. Man. I wonder if I could have taken switch back there. I probably could have, right? I probably could have sprayed, maybe. Jab down. I thought it was too close. Like, I didn't want to expend the shield and then still get hit by another drill run, so I didn't want to risk that happening. In comes Zard. This is not looking great. I tried to catch, unsuccessful. Move coming in from Poly. Probably a dynamic punch. Ow. Not the Penguin. But our Steel Penguin hangs on. Gets off a Drill Peck. And he actually throws energy here, which gives us a chance. We're staying alive. I think I have to Fang here right away. Rise, why are you not Fanging right away? Bro. I get the last shield. Oh, you know what? It didn't really matter. Even if I Fang right away. And the reason I don't shield is because I know the Charizard has a move banked. So I blind Shadow Ball. But Charizard wing attacks us down. So yeah, if you're confused that endgame there, here's the thought process. I knew I needed energy for Zard. So I get the shield. I know the Charizard has a Blast Burn loaded. So I can't shield this because this doesn't KO. Blast Burn would KO. I know he's going to swap into the Charizard. So I am blind throwing my Shadow Ball right now. Anticipating that. Hoping this KOs. But Charizard's still a little bit too healthy. Able to survive. And wing attack down. Really good game there. And well played by the opponent. Tough set there. 2-3. But you know, not every set can be positive in the Go Battle League. You're going to have your ups and your downs. It's just about minimizing those downs, maximizing those ups, and trying to climb as much elo as possible. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, gosh, my voice. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'd very much appreciate it. Comment anything you'd like down below. All comments help the YouTube algorithm. And all that said, thank you so very much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.